Tropical Storm Beta, you get this counterclockwise spin. So what's happening, it's pulling in all of this Gulf moisture, and these are the feeder bands. So this is the counterclockwise circulation that will continue throughout the day today around Tropical Storm Beta across the area. So everyone will see the threat today of on and off rain. It's within these feeder bands that we could potentially set up with some heavy downpours. And just like yesterday afternoon and last night, there may be some feeder bands that give us a quick 1 to maybe even upwards of 4 inches of rain in a very short period of time. That will create additional new street flooding, flash flooding across areas that have either already seen some flooding or even new areas. So again, this morning, we're tracking some of the heaviest rainfall across portions of Harris County and southern Harris County and portions of southwest Harris County, including Fort Bend and Brazoria County. Yesterday, there were some areas that saw between about 7 to even 11 inches of rain. So for that reason, the National Weather Service did issue this flash flood warning until 8:30. But I want you to keep in mind these warnings are going to probably continue to go off and on. And that's just because already saturated grounds from some of the rain yesterday, when you get any new additional rainfall, it's going to be easy to see high water spots and some street flooding. So that is our threat. We're also continuing to monitor, of course, our creeks and our bayous as well, as we've started to see those uptick, especially Brays Bayou and Clear Creek. Both of those we're watching closely. Over the past 24 hours, I mean, look at these amounts, how they extremely vary. I mean, we're talking less than an inch of rain once you head north of town, and then over, at this point, probably over 11 inches of town, 11 inches once you head into southwest Harris County. But incredible amounts of rain that fell in a short period of time. So this morning, if you don't have to get on the roadways, we're really encouraging everyone, if you can, to stay home. A couple reasons: because of the rain, the poor visibility, low cloud ceilings, and the breezy winds. All of that combined, making it a really nasty start to your Tuesday morning. If you do have to get outside, make sure you're driving extremely slow. Make sure you're using your best judgment, being really precautious. Again, those visibilities less than 3 or 4 miles here, and sometimes under some of those heavy downpours, which creates blinding rain where it's really hard to see. It could probably even be worse than that. Winds are breezy, so we're tracking anywhere from 15 to 22 mile per hour winds. Of course, as Tropical Storm Beta starts to move by the afternoon, we will start to see those winds shift a little bit as it kind of rotates around that tropical storm. Okay, let's talk about future motion throughout the day today. I know you're probably waking up saying, how much more rain could we see? Our models have actually increased the amount of rain that we could see today, and that's really concerning. So especially areas inside Harris County, portions of Fort Bend County, Brazoria County, and now take a look. Areas north of town that didn't see as much rainfall yesterday, we're trying to pick up these big 3, 4, maybe 5-inch rain accumulations just for today. So I stopped this around 11:30 tonight to give you some perspective here. So again, saturated grounds, you pick up 1 to 5 inches of rain, that's creating either new street flooding or some of the areas that have already seen some high water spots that have already receded. It'll be a lot easier for that to return. So just keep your guard up throughout the day today. Make sure you're staying weather aware. If you need a list of either high water spots or especially school closures, the best place to go is either khou.com, or you can always open our weather app. And there's a list there that we have constantly updates from. So you can always go there. Now, this is our skycast throughout the day. So on and off waves of rain, it should let up, and then potentially heavy rain. So 1 to 6 inches of rain probably setting up here over the next 12 hours, 7 this morning to 7 this evening, and that will continue through probably our overnight hours. But then especially tomorrow, that's when we see some changes. Let me show you why. So this is from the National Hurricane Center. This is our latest advisory from 7 o'clock this morning. It's now just approaching almost 7:40. So when we're talking about how beta is fairly stationary, I mean 3 miles per hour, that's, again, not moving here over Jackson County. It's not until about midday today where it's expected to take more of an east-northeast turn. But again, hardly stationary. 3 miles per hour is barely moving. Once we get into the evening hours tonight and overnight, it should at least weaken to a tropical depression, and then it will be midday tomorrow through your afternoon that's finally when beta will start to move out of the area. So by Wednesday afternoon and evening, we look a whole lot better. So today is the main threat for high water spots, the risk of street flooding. You really have to keep your guard up today. That's why that flash flood watch has been extended. So what I'm expecting today, it's starting off nearly stationary. It stays that way almost through your lunchtime hour today. On and off rain, potential heavy rain at that, and high water spots with street flooding will be the primary threats today. That's really what you need to be concerned about. As far as the winds go, because the grounds are saturated, I wouldn't be surprised if we start to hear some reports of power outages or maybe some downed trees. But as far as the winds go, winds are manageable at this point. It's really any saturated grounds with additional rain falling over the area. So it's almost shifted from coastal flooding that we were concerned about yesterday morning to really inland and maybe even portions of northern Harris County as we head into our midday. But the big improvements will happen Wednesday. Tomorrow into Thursday, take a look at what happens for the weekend. Gorgeous conditions as we head into your Thursday, Friday. Today, can you believe it? It's the first official day of fall, our vernal equinox. Oh my goodness, hello. So let me get back to the radar. I'll show you where Tropical Storm Beta is now. I'll show you that last flash flood warning. This is from the National Weather Service through portions that have already seen a lot of rain. But there's Tropical Storm Beta stationary over Jackson County. It's expected to take an easterly turn probably this afternoon, but crawl to Matagorda County. And because of that, all these additional feeder bands will continue. So as you start to see this rain moving in from the Gulf, remember that continues north of town as well. So even if you're waking up this morning and you haven't seen a whole lot of rain from northern Harris County into southern Matagorda, Montgomery County, southern Montgomery County, you may start to see some of your rainfall rates pick up as well. So keep your guard up for those high water spots. Of course, live updates on air, and we're going to continue with these web updates as well, tracking Tropical Storm Beta.